Hey there, AR Nation. How's it going? Richard here. Hopefully, you're doing well. I'm super excited. We are quick approaching the release of episode 100 of the Adulthood Revisited podcast. I'm super excited. It's been a long road, a long journey here. Lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of emotions. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. But again, I'm super excited to drop episode 100 with you. Super special guest. She had quite a bit to do with the show actually being born and coming to life, going from an idea to reality. So it's going to be super fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Who else? Who else will be maybe a surprise cameo guest on the show? But I want to hop on here, drop a quick live. Actually, pre-recording this because I was noticing that the stream quality on the live was not very strong. So I wanted to hop on and just share some tools. If you're out there looking to start a podcast, I know there's a lot of, in terms of program offerings, whatnot, podcasts are really big now in terms of spreading your message. Lots of accessibility and affordable ways to just get started really quickly. You don't need any fancy gear. I started off, I think, recording just on my computer using headphones. Ended up getting some extra equipment just because eventually I wanted the sound quality to improve a little more and to facilitate interviews with multiple people. There are a few things that I got. So one thing that I would definitely invest in if you're looking to get started with a podcast is a lav mic. This is, I think, like a $9, $10 microphone off of Amazon that I got. Again, nothing too expensive, but it dramatically improves the quality of the audio when I'm recording. You might be hearing right now a little snoring or so. That's my good buddy, my co-host, Uncle John, who's made several appearances on the podcast. But anyways, a lav mic or some kind of microphone. It doesn't have to be too expensive, but you just want something that you can easily connect to, whether it's your computer, your phone. And again, it dramatically improves the quality of your audio. So that's one thing I would definitely invest in. If you're looking for something that you can connect multiple microphones to, this is something I picked up a while back. This is the Zoom H6 recorder. It can actually take in, I think, a total of 6 microphones at one time or so. But anyways, there's 2 inputs here and then 2 inputs here for XLR microphones. And then it has some other microphone attachments if you're doing interviews. This is actually very good. I think when for seasons 2 and 3, when I keep producing the podcast, and I'm able to meet with people, not just record over Zoom or so, but also meet with people and speak with them in person, that's going to be super cool because you can just have different inputs, adjust the sound quality right on the fly, right on the machine. So super handy device there. This was, I think, a couple $100 actually. So this is probably later on, a little more advanced. But I did use this when we traveled to Iceland. We recorded a little bit, and this made it really easy to just pop down. It's battery operated, and then start recording. So that's audio recorder mixer. That's about it in terms of software. I know that I use a service called podcast.co. I was fortunate I got a lifetime deal on it, and it's been super simple. I record. I have to do some editing to the podcast, to the audio beforehand. That takes a couple of minutes to just make sure I cut off any extra, any length of time, any recording that shouldn't be there. Piece together some music and my intro, outro, and then publish it on podcast.co. It's been such a streamlined process. I don't have to go to each individual channel to release it. Just upload the episode, put in some show notes, and then they do the legwork for me. So that's been a blessing to make this podcast, super easy to produce. And what else have I been using? Increasingly, I've been using a service called Remaster Media. It's a cloud-based service where I drop in the audio, and they do some backend. I don't even touch audio optimization. Just drop in the audio that I don't want to call it algorithm, but whatever software that they have running in the background in the cloud cleans up the audio, reduces background noise. amplifies voices, adds in some bass. It just takes care of it automatically. So that's been another awesome help, Remastered Media. And I have to catch up with it, but using a transcription service, I've been using something called Happy Scribe. Just same thing, just drop in the audio. It takes a couple minutes, and then it spits out a transcript that's pretty accurate. I'd say about 70% accurate. There's a lot of words that I use, even my last name, Kistnen, that's kind of difficult to spell out or figure out. And then eliminating, it's just really cleaning up the and like those are the most challenging ones. So if you're out there looking to start a podcast, really take your time. One thing that I would recommend is take your time with enunciating. You don't want to go like and then really like because on a transcript that's just it's so difficult to work with. Anyways, I wanted to give you a little back end view of some of the things that I work with. Again, lavalier mic, definitely recommend it. If you want something that's portable, that records great audio, and then if you intend on really interviewing multiple people at a given moment or having interviews in person, I definitely recommend a mixer like that, the Zoom H6 recorder. And then in terms of software, again, I shared a couple of software that I use to publish the podcast. Podcast.co has been the service that I use. And then also on the back end, Remastered Media to clean up the audio, and Happy Scribe for transcripts. So that's a back end look of getting to 100 episodes of the Adulthood Revisited podcast. Again, super excited to share episode 100 and celebrate with you all, the AR Nation. It'll be released Friday, February 5th at 4 a.m. Eastern. So be sure to check out wherever you get your podcast from. And until next time, AR Nation,